Good morning, students. Today we will study direct indirect speech. One more part of it. Today we will study the interrogative sentences. In it, we will study part 1 of the interrogative sentences. So let us see how to indirect by changing interrogative sentences. Now, interrogative sentences, when you change them, there are certain rules which are to be remembered, especially for interrogative sentences. Now, the first rule that you remember is to change the interrogative sentence into assertive. Interrogative sentence becomes assertive sentence while changing into indirect speech. So the question sentence has an answer to it. Don't keep it in question form. It will become assertive. The reporting verb said to, now that will change to asked. This you have to remember. Now everywhere you will write asked. Up till now in assertive sentences you had written told. But in interrogative sentences you will write either asked or inquired. Now the WH word which is used in the reported speech, like when, where, why, what, how, who, whose, whom, which, this same word will be used again back in the answer as a conjunction to join the reported verb and the reported speech. Remember that WH word which will start your question will be used as your conjunction. So now we will see an example. Ajay said to Veena, "Where are you going now?" Now this is our sentence, a question of direct speech in its interrogative form. Ajay said to Veena. Said to is your reported verb. This will change to asked. So your answer becomes Ajay asked Veena. Now here as I have written the previous point WH word, where it is written over there. So Ajay asked Veena and then you put where. Now see children, whenever you have an interrogative sentence, the sentence pattern will be WH followed by a helping verb. There are is written or any auxiliary verb will be there like can, could, will, would, like that. Now after WH whenever you put a helping verb, automatically you make it a question sentence. Now, when you are supposed to change it into assertive, after the WH word, compulsorily use pronoun. Automatically it will become assertive. This you have to remember. Where are you going now? So after where you have to put pronoun. Now in our sentence the pronoun is you. You is used for Veena. So automatically you changes to she. Where is she? And then you put the verb. Are changing to was. Going now changing to then. See the answer. Ajay asked Veena where she. This is what you have to remember. After the WH word you have to use pronoun. Then you put the verb in its past form. She is singular, so are changes to was. Going, now changing to then. One more sentence you see. Bharat said to Seema, "How can you draw so nice pictures?" Again, Bharat said to Seema changes to Bharat asked Seema, "How?" After how, you have to use pronoun to make your question into its assertive form in answer. How? Seema. So for you, you use she. Can changes to could. Bharat asked Seema how she could draw so nice pictures. This is how you change interrogative into assertive. Just remember after the WH word to put the pronoun and then you put the verb. So it becomes assertive. Of interrogative changing from direct speech to indirect speech. See the first sentence. Rajan said to Hetvi, when are you finishing the project? Rajan said to Hetvi will change to Rajan asked Hetvi. WH when is used, so we will put when straight after Hetvi. Rajan asked Hetvi when. Now the thing which you do is the pronoun. You have to add after when. Pronoun is you. For Hetvi changes to she. Then you put the verb are changing to was, she being a singular pronoun. So Rajan asked Hetvi when she was finishing the project. Second sentence we see. Manoj said to Meena, why are you writing the paper so fast? Manoj asked Meena, why? After WH you have to put the pronoun. So you is for Meena changes to she. Why she was writing the paper so fast. One more sentence. Kanchan said to Ketan, how can you talk to me like this? So Kanchan said to Ketan changes to Kanchan asked Ketan. How remains as it is. Now to put the pronoun you is used for Ketan. So Ketan changes to he. Can changes to could. How he could talk to me is for Kanchan changes to her like that. Kanchan asked Ketan how he could talk to her like that. Further, you see, Jignesh said to Hina, what did you cook for dinner tonight? Jignesh asked Hina, what? Now, this sentence, did you cook for dinner tonight? This interrogative sentence is in its past tense. And whenever you get your reported speech in its past tense, you have to compulsorily change it into past perfect tense. This is what you have to remember. So Jignesh asked Hina what. After WH you have to put pronoun. You is for Hina changes to she. You have got did. So changes to had. And cook will change to cooked. What she had cooked for dinner tonight changing to that night. This is what you have to remember. What she had cooked for dinner that night. Sarika said to Kamal, where were you keeping files of text? Sarika asked Kamal, where? You is for Kamal, so changes to he. Now this sentence is also in its past tense. Were. Normally were changes to had been. So Sarika asked Kamal where he had been keeping the files of text. Next sentence. Kaushik said to Lina, which subjects do you study in tuition? Now Kaushik said to Lina is Kaushik asked Lina, which subjects remains as it is, which subjects in your answer also. Now you see, do you study in tuition? Whenever you have do you and any verb, you don't do anything, remove the do from your answer as if it is not present only. Straight away, after which subject you will put you. You is for Lina changes to she. And straight away the verb study goes in its past tense. Whenever you have do you study or do you and any verb for that matter, remove do from your answer. Take the pronoun after the WH and then you put the verb in its past form. So our answer, Kaushik asked Lina which subjects she studied in tuition. Of direct speech. Parag said to Priya, when will you give me your book? Parag asked Priya, when will you? So after when we use pronoun you. For Priya which changes to she. When she would give me is for Parag changes to him. Your book is her book. Parag asked Priya when she would give him her book. Sonal said to Suhani, how could she sing so melodiously? Sonal asked Suhani how she could sing so melodiously. Nayan said to Urmi, why were you late for the function? Now Nayan said to Urmi, why were you late? Why were you late? That means it is past form. So you remember past tense of reported speech in indirect will change to past perfect tense. We have were in our question. So in our answer we will use instead of verb had been. Nayan asked Urmi why she had been late for the function. Priyam said to Mitali, how did you solve this sum? Priyam said to Mitali, how did? See, again, past tense. So our answer will take had in it plus the verb in its past participle form. Priyam asked Mitali, how? Mitali is a girl, so for her the pronoun we use is she. How she had solved changing to solved. How she had solved this changing to that sum. Priyam asked Mitali how she had solved that sum. One more question. Shailesh said to Kirti, which stream did you take after 12th? Shailesh asked Kirti, which stream did you take? So this is again in past form, did is present in our question. So our answer goes in its past perfect tense. Shailesh asked Kirti, which stream? Then you put the pronoun. For Kirti, she did, so you put had in your answer. Which stream she had take changing to taken after 12th. Shailesh asked Kirti which stream she had taken after 12th. Kavita said to Kinjal, where is your new house? Kavita asked Kinjal, where? Then you take the pronoun. For Kinjal, your new house changes to her new house. Kavita asked Kinjal where her new house was. This is how we change from direct to indirect interrogative sentences. You have to remember that they all change to assertive. This is what you remember. Now, there are certain sentences, homework, and here they are all. So, these homework sentences also you will have to write in your fair books on your own. And when the school reopens, as and when we don't know, but whenever it reopens, we will discuss all these sentences which are especially given for homework to you. This is what you have to remember. So whenever we restart or whenever the school reopens, we will discuss all these things in the class. This was interrogative sentences part 1 for you people.